I'm going to show you how I have to take out my headlight to change the bulb in the Pontiac Vibe, my 2005 Pontiac Vibe. I looked on YouTube and I couldn't find one, how to take the headlight out. So it's not, there's an easy little trick. You just have to know where the screw is, and it's kind of a pain. So I'll show you what I'm doing here. So here's my Vibe, right here, my 2005. I did take the headlight out because I couldn't get to it. I know you got to change it right there, right? But I got the battery here and I didn't want to take the battery off. So I thought if I just take the headlight out, then I can get to that and access it. Over here on the other side, where the windshield wiper thing is, that's easy. I could take that one out and I could change it right there without having to take out the whole headlight. But what I did, I took out this screw, which was obvious. It's right on the top, you can see it. And they took this screw out, which is obvious, it's right on the top, you can see it, but then it wouldn't come out. And so there's also another little screw you have to get to, which is, see that one right there? That mounts in there, and you see that? The little plastic body panel. You have to take this little panel loose here, and then that screw is, if I can get you in here where you can see it. Where is it so you can see it? It's right there. See, that's the screw you got to get to, okay? So once you can get down to there and get that, then that whole headlight assembly thing will pop out, and then you can get in here, open that up, and change your bulb. So let me show you how to get this front little panel off right here. I just took off this top screw, this little screw. It was just little plastic ones, and I took the other two out, but this one in the center I had to break it out because it was just all stripped. So once you can get that pulled out enough there, it's still not going to release this whole front little bumper panel thing. There's a screw under here, right up into here, that you have to take out. So on this side and on this side, it's right here. Just get up under your little shroud, or whatever this is called, your little mud shroud on your tire. Take that screw out, and it's just a little 10 millimeter socket, which I'm using, okay? So you probably don't have to take off both sides. If you just take off the side where the light is you're changing, then you can get that out. The only reason I took off both sides is because I didn't know where it was, and luckily over here I was looking around on the car, and this mud shroud was already kind of falling apart, and that's where I saw that the screw goes, where you could take this out and get that loose enough where that headlight will pop out. So anyway, I hope that's helpful. I'm not a mechanic, I'm a carpenter, but I hope that's helpful because it's Thanksgiving. I'm trying to change out my bulb. There's no shops open out here, plus I don't want to go through all the hassle of booking my car, then waiting and blah blah blah. So let me keep the fingers crossed. Hope it goes back together. Maybe once it goes back together, maybe I'll film it and splice the videos together. But if I don't, then at least you know how to take the headlight apart. I'm not guaranteeing it's gonna go back together. That's just one of those risks you take when you're DIYing your own mechanic work. That's why I don't like to work on cars, but sometimes you don't have another choice. So have a good day and good luck out there. All right, I'm back. So I did get all that put back together, and it was worth my time. Once I got the light changed out, it went back together a lot easier, okay? So let's talk about why I took that off. Because right here, this is behind the battery, okay? So, I just didn't, maybe if you have like really small hands, you could get in there and change all that out, but my hands are just barely fitting in there. And then to try to do all that, and I've always, you get your hands into something like that and then you're scraping them and your knuckles are bleeding. I've just always hated the fact that when there's no access to work on something, that just pisses me off, okay? And so then with the bulb, of course this is the old bulb. Now I can imagine with just very little room down there, and I'm trying to shove that in there. Now I drop it, I break my bulb. Now I have to go back to Napa and grab another bulb, and they're closed on Thanksgiving. Or maybe I'm not able to maneuver it in, and now I'm touching all over the bulb and getting all the wax and the oil from my hands into the bulb, and now the bulb explodes or burns out. So of course I used gloves when I changed the bulb, and this is the old bulb. That's why I'm touching it. You don't never want to touch your new bulb. And so for me, it was worth it just to pull out this whole assembly, get it out, even that extra few inches, and just get it out there so I could work on it. And so what I had to do was I had to pull off this whole, I guess you would call it a body piece or a grill piece or a bumper piece. And so I'll show you the screws that I took out. Of course, to get out the headlight, like I was telling you earlier, I took out this screw, which is easy. That's a 10 millimeter right here. Same thing, 10 millimeter. And I thought, well, the headlight's gonna come out now, but then it wouldn't. And so I had to take off this piece right here because that other screw that mounts the headlight in, it's right there, okay? So for me to take the top off, I took this one off. I took this one. These are the little plastic junkies right here. This one was a little plastic junkie and it's not in there anymore, so I'll just put a zip tie there because I had to break that one out because it wouldn't come out. A little plastic junkie right here, and then this guy's a real metal screw. And then on the other side right here, same thing. If you just remember just to take off this, let me see if I can even okay, you can see that screw now. You see that? This screw right here, that's the one you have to take off, and then you'll get enough access where you can get the you get that front piece out far enough, pull the headlight out to where you could actually work on it. And I'm just going to take a little zip tie right here because I had to break that plastic screw out, and I'm just going to zip tie this together for me. Hopefully my hood will still go down, but that should solve my problem. A little zip tie. Oh, well, see, zip tie didn't work for me. Here's why: because it only goes up to a certain extent and then it doesn't have any more locking teeth, but that's okay. It's just to work on your car. Sorry, let me turn the light off. To work on your cars, you have to. In today's America, the system is set out to bankrupt you, drive you homeless, take everything you have, set up so that you'll go to a divorce lawyer, get divorced. She'll take all your money. That hasn't happened to me, but I'm just telling you what it's like to be a father. Those are the forces in play. And so you got to learn how to be your own carpenter. You got to learn how to be your own mechanic. You got to learn how to be your own plumber. You got to learn how to be your own electrician. I mean, I guess you don't have to, but does anybody really have all that money to pay? If you do, great. You know, good for you for your little cushy white collar job or whatever. You know, mommy and daddy were able to give that to you, so good. But for a lot of just lower class kids like I was, you don't have that luxury. You got to go out and learn how to do all this stuff on your own if you want to have any chance of making it. I mean, I still don't consider myself making it, but at least we're surviving and we're not homeless and my family's together. And I attribute that to the fact that I'm willing to get in there and learn these little things, mechanical, hands-on things, especially out in a rural area where you don't have the luxury of somebody coming out and working on it. The reason I decided to do electrical work was because they charged me $200 an hour years and years and years ago when I first bought my house. So I said, nope, I'm never doing that again. So with mechanical work, it's a little bit different. I try not to get into it too much. I just drive older cars and just keep them alive as much as I can. And if something major comes up, I just get rid of it and get the next older car. I'm not getting a new car. I refuse to do that to myself. That's a financial snare, and I won't get in that, especially in this country. So you do little things, watch a little YouTube. There's so much garbage on YouTube, but YouTube is also probably the best thing that's ever happened to us in the last 20 years because you can learn so much off of it. And so if you look at my channel, I have a lot of little things here and there that could help you out. So thanks for watching this video, and I'll get it all spliced together. And there's another little treasure courtesy of Jonathan Cheney. Thank you.